Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x to the power of 15 plus x to the power of 10. This is equal to 150. So what is the value of x given that x is an element of real numbers? So let's provide a solution from here. We can express x to the power of 15 as x raised to the power of 3 multiplied by 505, then plus x to the power of 10. This can be expressed as x to the power of 2 times 505. This is equal to 150. Now, the next step is that this is in the form of a to the power of n multiplied by m, which we can express as a raised to the power of m, then raised to the power of n. Applying this exponent property, then we have x raised to the power of 505 raised to the power of 3, then plus x raised to the power of 505 raised to the power of 2. This is equal to 150. So we have that x to the power of 505 is common here. So we can let x to the power of 505 be equal to k. So let's express this equation here in terms of k, so that we have k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2. This is equal to 150. So let's take 150 on the left hand side, so that we have k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2 subtract 150. This is equal to 0. So this is k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2 subtract 150. This is the same thing as 1 minus 125 subtract 25. This is equal to 0. So this is k to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2 subtract 125. This is 5 to the power of 3 subtract 25, which is 5 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. So this implies that we have k to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3 plus k to the power of 2 subtract 5 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. Now we have got two parts here. The first part is the difference of two cubes expressed as a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. The second part here, this is the difference of two perfect squares, so that now a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3, this is the same thing as a subtract b multiplied by a to the power of 2 plus a times b plus b to the power of 2. So we have k to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3. This is the same thing as k subtract 5. This is k squared plus 5k, then plus 5 squared. This is 25. Let's call this as the first part. We have k squared minus 5 squared. This is actually expressed as k plus 5 multiplied by k subtract 5. This is the second part. So let's combine the first part and the second part. We have k minus 5. Now this is k squared plus 5k plus 25. Now we have plus k plus 5 multiplied by k subtract 5. This is equal to 0. So k subtract 5 is common here. So we can factor out k minus 5. So that now here we have k to the power of 2 plus 5k plus 25. Then plus k then plus 5, this is equal to 0. So this is k subtract 5. Now k squared plus 5k plus k, this is the same thing as 6k, then plus, now 25 plus 5, this is 30, and this is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. We have k subtract 5, this is equal to 0. Then we have k to the power of 2 plus 6k plus 30, this is equal to 0. From the first part here, we have k is equal to 5. K is equal to 5. Now, we have a quadratic equation here where we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to 6, and we have c is equal to 30. Now, let's assess the nature of the root of this quadratic equation. That is by determining the discriminant value, which is b squared subtract 4ac. Now, this means that here we have b is equal to 6. So this is 6 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 30. So this is 6 squared, which is 36, subtract 4 times 30. This is minus 120. So this means that 36 minus 120, this is negative 84, which is less than 0. So what this means is that we have two complex roots. We have got two complex roots here, and therefore this indicates that there is no real solution. There is no real solution that can be obtained from this quadratic equation. And given that we have that the value of x here is an element of real numbers, this indicates that this quadratic equation is rejected. This quadratic equation is rejected. So let's focus on k, which is equal to 5. Now, since we have k is equal to 5, and if you recall, we are saying that we let x to the power of 5 or 5 be equal to k. So this means x raised to the power of 505, this is equal to 5. Now, to solve for the value of x here, this means that let's raise on both sides by 1 over 505. This is equal to 5 raised to the power of 1 over 505. So we can simplify here so that now x is equal to 5 raised to the power of 1 over 505. So this is the value of x. This is the value of x. So let's check if this value of x here satisfies the equation. We have that x raised to the power of 15 plus x raised to the power of 10. This should give us a value of 150. Let's substitute the value of x. We have 5 raised to the power of 1 over 505 raised to the power of 15, then plus 5 raised to the power of 1 over 505 raised to the power of 10. This should give us a value of 150. So 15 divided by 505, this is the same thing as 3. Here is 3. We have 5 to the power of 3, then plus 5 raised to the power of 10 divided by 505. This is the same thing as 2. So we have 5 squared. This should give us a value of 150. So this is 5 to the power of 3. This is 125 plus 5 to the power of 2. This is 25. This should give us a value of 150. 125 plus 25, this is equal to 150, which is equal to 150. So this indicates that the left add side is equal to the right add side. And this means that the value of x here, which is 5 to the power of 1 over 545, satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.